Hey everybody, it's me, Kathy Griffin. I sincerely apologize. I am just now seeing the reaction of these images. I'm a comic. I crossed the line. I moved the line, then I cross it. I went way too far. The image is too disturbing. I understand how it offends people. It wasn't funny. I get it. I've made a lot of mistakes in my career. I will continue. I asked your forgiveness, taking down the image, going to ask the photographer to take down the image, and I begged for your forgiveness. I went too far. I made a mistake, and I was wrong.
Let's trash her. When's the last time you heard a conservative or Donald Trump say, oh, you know, when I said I'd pay the legal bills and when I said that, you know, we need more people punching people in the face, that's what we need more of. And in my day, we used to do that. And that's what we need. You know, where was the apology from him for going to? It was a photograph, for the love of Pete. Poor girl. And Anderson, I will never forget. But you know what the best tweet was in response to her apologizing, no less? Melania's. Yes, Melania Trump had something to say. In between shopping for $51,000 couture jackets that, I mean, the shame of that jacket was, for me, not that it was $51,000, but that it was freaking hideous. And I tweeted out a little question, you know, like I gave you two choices. And I said, why is any jacket worth $51,000? And I gave you choices. The cachet of the designer or because of the sweat and tears of the little children who sewed it. 89% of my followers said the sweat of the little children and the salty tears is worth 51 grand. But Melania actually tweeted this out. Oh, she didn't tweet it. She issued a press statement. Sure. She said, as a mother, a wife, and a human being, that photo is very disturbing. When you consider some of the atrocities happening in the world today, a photo opportunity like this is simply wrong and makes you wonder about the mental health of the person who did it. Your husband was caught on a videotape talking to Billy freaking Bush of Inside Edition, saying he can grab the crotch of any woman he wants because he's famous, he's popping Tic Tacs because he can't stop kissing women. Your husband said he would pay the legal bills of a guy who cold-cocked a guy, a 78-year-old man cold-cocked an African-American dude at a Trump rally, and your husband stood on the stage and said, I got this, I'm going to pay the legal bills? Your husband is under investigation for obstruction of justice and perhaps collusion with our adversary, Vladimir Putin, who invaded his neighbor, and you're from that neighborhood. And you're questioning Kathy Griffin's sanity. Really, Melania? Really? I mean, I question your taste in men and clothes, but all right. What's wrong with people? Russia still occupies Ukrainian territory. This woman is from like Slovenia. It's a neighbor. I really don't get, you know, the guy that your husband is supporting supports war crimes in freaking Syria. And Duterte, who said yesterday, if you rape 3 women, I will cover for you, as he declared martial law in Mindanao. But you question Kathy Griffin's sanity, who apologized for a bad photo? I don't get this world anymore. I'm confused as all hell. Like what? I mean, the president of the United States goes over to the NATO allies, goes to the NATO summit, and doesn't tell NATO that we are all for one and one for all. Refuses to invoke Article 5. Today, he's going to get back to us on whether Mr. Science, Donald Trump, is going to take us out of the Paris Agreement that 200 nations are part of, while he fires every scientist at the President's Council of Advisors on Science and Technology. I mean, and you're questioning whether or not Kathy Griffin is sane? Really? I mean, this is just amazing. And your husband is passing out his personal phone number, but he criticized Hillary Clinton for sending emails on a private server? But he's taking phone calls on an unsecure freaking phone and handing out his business card to freaking leaders all over the world. This is amazing to me. The only thing I can conclude is your husband is unaware of anything that means anything to the American people, and he's fixated on television like some 70-year-old pea grabber is. I just, it's like these little things that give you a glimpse into the family, that give you a glimpse into where she puts her foot down, where she gets upset. Her husband is this self-admitted molester. He's a Chester the molester with a syphilitic brain who stays up all night and tweets she won't even live with him. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Every one of his supporters is like an old school John Bircher or a 9/11 truther. It is the very center for what passes as right-wing thought these days. Her husband is a reality TV star who's pretending that he can actually be in charge of the free world, and she's questioning Kathy's sanity. See, this is a bridge too far for me.